Ted 2. In my opinion, it's a really funny movie. The story follows Ted and his thunder buddy John. When Ted and his new wife Tammy Lynn try to adopt a baby, the government denies them the right, saying Ted is technically not a person. The state then takes away everything he has, prompting him and John to seek out a lawyer who can bring justice to Ted's life. The case is not easy, but Ted, John, and Tammy Lynn refuse to give up. When the first Ted came out, I really didn't know what to expect. It's a movie about a talking teddy bear who swears and smokes and has a human best friend. But as that film proved, people laugh at that which they do not expect. A surprise. The surprise this time is that McFarlane took the basic idea that fueled the first movie and made the sequel about something much more substantial. Granted, a teddy bear fighting to be acknowledged as a real person is a tad ridiculous, but you know what, it's a movie. Just put aside the obvious and have fun, like I did. The most fun for me came from the scenes with John, Ted, and Samantha. While I'm not a big fan of Amanda Seyfried personally, she killed it in this movie. McFarlane also killed it by making the courtroom scenes feel as important as every other scene. I have seen my fair share of courtroom scenes both in dramas and comedies, and while the ones in this film aren't the best, they do work in the story's favor. As far as the jokes go, there is an array of stupid, disgusting, and juvenile jokes, but McFarlane structures them in a way so they are story motivated. The result, more often than not, for me, was a laugh instead of a groan. My favorite scene is a tie. I love two scenes for two different reasons. The first involves a superb Liam Neeson. He is so good in that scene. And the second involves a theme song that is used so well, it's arguably as effective as what it was originally made for. Where I think the film could have improved is the type of humor McFarlane wrote, the pacing, and the side story. In the first film, there is a character called Donnie who is obsessed with Ted and actually almost kills him. In this movie, he is back, working as a janitor at Hasbro. How he got there, no freaking idea. Regardless, he has a plan that involves mass manufacturing Ted, and it's a fine idea, but I don't think the story requires him to come up with that plan. And on top of that, his plan works more towards the benefit of Hasbro than it does him. Shouldn't that be reverse? In regard to the type of humor McFarlane wrote, I am well accustomed to his brand of humor, and I can enjoy it. I just wish he would move away from the gross physical and gay humor, because neither one is inventive or original. Finally, there is the pacing. Compared to the second half of the movie, the first half is slow and has a hard time finding its footing. And I think part of that is because the good jokes have to share room with the awkward silence that follows the not-so-good jokes. The good news is, as a whole, for a comedy sequel, this beats most of them. I give Ted 2 3.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it. Have an awesome day.